Good evening. How are we today? Today's video is on the mullein plant. I was harvesting some mullein roots today and I was gathering some mullein leaves because it's a springtime, so the most potency now is in its leaves, and leaves should be really harvested now in the springtime when they've got the most energy, and that applies for roots as well. It's a great respiratory wild plant, talking about its roots, its leaves, and when we talk about its yellow flowers that are great expectorant. Everybody probably know the mullein plant, that when it's in its second year of its life, it will send a spike, long spike, with the beautiful yellow flowers that keep blooming the whole summer, and you can keep gathering and picking these leaves, and you can use these leaves for ear ache. You can make oil from its flowers, and you can infuse them in extra virgin olive oil, and you can make remedy for ear oil, for ear ache if you're suffering, or for nerve pain. So it's got usage for earaches or for nerve pain, and it's very effective. I'm adding actually garlic clove in it, along with these mullein flowers. I'm adding garlic as well, as to make it more effective. You can also use it as a rub on your chest. So as I mentioned before, it's very great expectorant. Now these were flowers. Today, as I said, I'm talking about the root and about the leaves of this plant. I will tell you what I do with this plant, why I do it so, and what I would suggest for you, what you can do with your plant if you want to make your own medicine. As usual, I'm drinking mullein root and mullein leaf tea. It's quite pleasant drinking, it's not bitter at all. And what I do, or how I do my mullein leaf tea, mullein root and leaf tea is, since it's a root, I kind of shred it, pop it in the pot, cooking pot, and I simmer it lightly for about 10 minutes. Then I switch it off. I displace some leaves in the mug, and I pour over these leaves, these fuzzy leaves, with this ready root decoction. So it's basically water extraction of the leaves and of the roots as well. It's a white root, as you can see. Now this is great for your lungs, for your sore throat. It can be actually, this root can be consumed in any rational quantity that is needed without any toxicity, side effect toxicity. It's medicinal, it's edible, but you would be really using it for the medicinal purposes, not for the food really. So this tea is a leaf and root tea, but with the roots you have to simmer it lightly. You have to simmer it, so it's not like the leaf that you just pour over with the hot water. That is sufficient with the leaf, but it won't be sufficient with the root. You need to simmer it for a few minutes to extract benefits, and then you just pour over your leaves, and then you can drink it and steep it for about 15 minutes and drink it. Nice taste, no bitter traces, nothing at all. This is great for your chest if you're suffering of irritable dry cough, or bronchitis, or I don't know, anything in regards of respiratory ailments, laryngitis in English, or swollen glands. So this would be great medicine for anything, or if you're post-COVID and you were left with the dry cough, what I would recommend is to make this tea as often as possible, from the root, from the leaf, and you can add flowers as the season go on. Now you will see flowers probably not till June or July, but what I would recommend with this plant is, so this is the mullein plant and I already chopped the leaves. Now it's midnight, so I'm not gonna make any noise because my little daughter is sleeping, but what I do is normally I open the roots, I chop them, I smash them, I wanted to say, with something like with the hammer, kind of hammer, and I slice them. Okay, I might chop them more in the morning, but as I said, it's a midnight and I don't want to make any noise because of my little daughter. But you want to really chop them and smash them so they will be more open, and alcohol, that's the main thing, alcohol can circulate more easily and can extract all the benefits from this medicinal, highly medicinal root. Because I'm going to make a tincture, I make it every single year and it's very effective. It's excellent remedy for your respiratory troubles, for bronchitis, for irritable coughs, for laryngitis, for everything in these regards. Then I will place it in the jar. So imagine it's nicely open, the root. Someone just cut it, but I prefer if I can smash it and open it. This is fresh root that I harvested probably 4 hours ago. What I did is I just washed it. It's kind of dry, it's not wet, but it's full of moisture. That's the reason why I'm gonna use 100 proof alcohol. If roots were dry already, I would grind them up in more powdery form and I would use only 80 proof alcohol. But since it's full of moisture, you wanna really use 100 proof alcohol. So I will chop roots. You see it's nice white root and you can really chew on it. It's a little bit bitter, I have to admit, but this is not burdock that you want to chew on. You know, this is medicinal mullein root. Usually just mullein flowers and leaves are mentioned for making remedy, but this root is so powerful that it would be pity not to use it. Okay, so I will cut these roots and I will display it in my glass jar that I have ready here. Oh, I just realized I had a lungwort that I found today in the woods. You see the spotted leaves? It's great spotted, white spotted leaves. It's great it's a great respiratory for lungs. I was meant to add it in my tea, but I completely forgot. So it's a nice combo, mullein and lungwort for your chest, for your respiratory troubles. Very nice. Look at my memory. I have some violets, completely wild violets from the forest I found today, so I'm adding them in my tea. They're nice for respiratory as well. And leaves I'm keeping for leaves I will keep for tomorrow's salad. I will refresh it in water. They are kept in water. But flowers I like using in the tea decoction. So it's nice. Wild violets, mullein leaves and mullein roots, plus added lungwort. I had more lungwort somewhere. Oh, here. This is real wild lungwort. Well, it's kind of, I harvested it probably 4 hours ago, so it will all go in my tea. It's a very good expectorant. It will help you to cough out, same like plantain. So what I do with my tincture is, see, nice tea. What I do with my tincture is, I make the tincture based on alcohol from the mullein roots, mullein leaf, and then as the season go, I will add plantain, lungwort. As you can see, I will combine it all together. All the respiratory wild herbs, so tincture will be potent, but that's the main part. Mullein, plantain, which is great for coughing. Mullein, plantain, lungwort, daisies, flowers from the daisy. Leaves are better for the urinary issues, but flowers from daisy, the regular English daisy. Okay, right, so I will fill up the jar with these fresh mullein roots. While I'm making this video, there are people and more people that keep asking me, how do you make your respiratory tincture? Because it was working well and it helped me with my dry cough that I was left after COVID, and or after, well, didn't have to be COVID, but myself, I had COVID last year and I was left with a dry cough, even though I had very mild way, the very mild way. I went through it very easily. I just had a feeling there was something sitting on my chest constantly the whole time, but I was not coughing at all, no cough at all. Then when I was symptoms free and I was all good, I was left with the dry cough, and I still had a tendency not to cough. I couldn't get rid of that cough at all for like 2 weeks. Then I got angry with myself. I kept saying, I have so much remedies and lots of powerful wild plants, and I'm not using it for myself. So, you know, I just realized I have to be using this as well, not just, you know, giving it to people and talking about it. So I just pull out my respiratory tincture that was made from this mullein root and leaf, lungwort and plantain, and I start taking it by drops every single morning, actually twice a day, morning and evening. I was taking these drops, probably 6 to 10 drops every morning and evening, and dry cough was gone within 4 days, or it was not more than 1 week. Dry cough was gone. So you can see this mullein root, the whole mullein plant is absolutely powerful. I forgot to mention that I had the mullein flowers in this tincture as well. Because what I will do now is I will tincture with alcohol these mullein roots. Then I will just add mullein flowers. They are already dry. I harvested them 4 hours ago. They are already dry. That's the texture of them. They are very fuzzy and very dry. So I will add them in this tincture. And then when the jar is full of, let's say till this point, full of roots and leaves, I will pour over with 100 proof alcohol. I'm gonna do it in the morning because I still want to smash them more, open them, so benefits can be extracted better. So in the morning I will pour over with the alcohol, 100 proof alcohol, and then as the season go, I will add plantain in it. I will add lungwort. I already have lungwort tincture ready, so I will just combine it, and I will keep adding mullein flowers that will be blooming roughly in, I would say, July, August, and I will keep adding it in this tincture to make it more powerful. They're excellent expectorant. They make you cough. It's same like plantain. You can actually make just tea from mullein flowers, and that will help you coughing. So it's very powerful. It's really good medicine, great medicine. The whole plant, from the root through the whole plant till the leaves. Why I was digging this plant today? Why now? Because as you can see, this plant is still not in the flowers. That means the whole energy is still concentrated in the root and in creating new leaves. So now it's the best time to harvest root and to harvest leaves, spring leaves. Just harvest plant before it sends spike full of flowers before it creates flowers, because then the energy will be concentrated in creating the stem with the flowers. So harvest the plant now it's the most potent, or at the end of its first year. So that's the best time when to harvest it. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you about these leaves, mullein leaves. You can actually make medicine with mullein leaves. You can make poultice with these leaves. It's great for splinters, for drawing boils. It's amazing for more things. You see, just simple leaf like that. So it will help you to remove boils, splinters, to draw boils. What you can do about how you can do it, you can display them on the plate, just a flat plate, little bit deeper plate. Display them in the plate and pour over with boiling water. Then wait till they get softened enough so you can place them on affected part of your body. Let's say on your broken bones or broken ribs, or just on affected part, on some nerve pain, or on, actually they're very effective with the back pain. So you have some back pain, display them on your back pain, and just try to keep them there warm. So you can keep them warm with the hot water bottle against the leaves, you know, with some bandage, you know, just wrap it and keep it constantly warm. So it will work. It will work on your splinters, on your boils, on your nerve pain or pain in the back. So it's great poultice. It's great actually medicine. I am also making oil from these mullein leaves, and I'm using it as the part of the skin salve. They were very good for eczema or for any kind of skin disorders. Very nice. And these violets made it more pleasant, more smooth. There was one thing I wanted to tell you about this leaf, and I completely forgot. If you're suffering from a pain, or if you're suffering from a food pain and you want to ease the pain, it's good if you display this leaf in the shoe and you just walk in it, and then change it as soon as it dries up. So when you have the pocket of these leaves, just carry leaves with you and they are wet. So when you're somewhere walking in the mountains and you have a pain in your foot, just display this, insert this leaf in the shoe and walk in it, and then change it as soon as it dries out, and it will help you to remove the pain from your foot. That's another interesting thing about, or you know, the magic of this plant. It's working for so many things, you know, from its leaf through the root and the flowers. It's just amazing medicine, I think. So that was another thing. So leaf for the poultice, leaf for the relieving pain in your foot, leaf in the salve for skin issues, leaf for the respiratory issues, for your chest. I don't know, I can't think of more. For aching back, for broken ribs or toes that you can set, you can help, because you know comfrey plant is the best plant probably for this kind of issue, but mullein would work as well. It just got affinity for spine and help in setting the bones if they can be set in other ways. So it's got a wide range of powerful properties or benefits. So it's just worth using it once it's blooming or once it's growing. it's good to use it. Okay, so this is it. This is what I wanted to tell you about this mullein plant. I just was thinking that I will make some video once I'm harvesting in today. So maybe next time when plant is blooming, I will show you video how I make oil for earache, but from the flowers, so you have to wait another 2-3 months. Okay, so if you want to make a respiratory tincture, then from your leaves and roots, and use, I would recommend 100 proof alcohol. Keep shaking jar every day and let it sit in the sunny place. If you don't have any sun, if you live in Ireland or in United Kingdom, then you just use some warm source for at least 2-3 weeks and then remove it to the cool place. But always leave the whole herbal material in the glass jar while you're using it. Even you don't have to strain it very fast. You don't have to be in a hurry to strain it. Just keep it under the alcohol the whole time, even for the whole year or half year, and keep using it as the time goes. Keep using it, but leave it in alcohol to make it stronger, more potent, and then strain it when you're about to use it. Same with the tea. What I do is I strain it. Normally you should be straining it through muslin because it's got irritable leaves, but I just keep it in the mug and I keep drinking it the way as it is. Nice, pleasant. Okay, so this is it. This is about the mullein, and next video might be about burdock. It actually all depends. It all depends on conditions and whatever I find in the nature, but I still haven't done my burdock root tincture, so I will be concentrating on it. Okay, that's all for tonight. Cheers. Good night.